So at the city council meeting, I proposed to get together with the mayor and for us to institute a more proactive maintenance program to basically complement our problem-solving maintenance contract, which is what we have right now, especially in relation to off-street drainage. Off-street drainage is the most critical part of our drainage system because we can clean every street and drain pipe, but everything drains to an off-street drainage system. Hub Bayou, Beaver Bayou, Blackwater Bayou, those are our main outlets for storm water to drain from the city. And so those outlets have to be better maintained, and they have to flow freely in order for the drainage system to work. Currently, I'm proposing a program that would take the $600,000 of franchise fees annually and start putting a portion of that towards recurring maintenance. What that would entail is actually mapping and coming up with a very it would result in a more planned maintenance program. And that planned maintenance program relies on mapping to know where we have servitudes and right-of-ways. Many drainage ditches within the city are privately owned. We don't have drainage servitude and right-of-way that we need, and as a city we need to start thinking about if these drainage systems provide drainage to more than a few citizens. We need to start thinking about acquiring servitude or right-of-way so that we can maintain it for the betterment of the city. That costs a lot of money, and it requires some detailed level of mapping. So mapping is one component of a more proactive maintenance program. Another component would be inspection services. Currently, IBTS's goal is to walk every single drainage ditch in the entire city this year, and they've hired extra personnel to try to do that. We need to make it a more routine inspection process on maybe a yearly or biannual basis to try to look at every single drainage ditch and identify major obstructions and point repair fix those. But besides that, a more proactive drainage maintenance program would be to take the 100 miles of streams that we have and actually start cleaning all those ditches in a regular way, starting from where the outfall of those ditches are, working your way upstream, and doing more to try to clean those ditches so that they'll flow freely. We have approximately 100 miles of off-system drainage ditches, and at a cost of $20 a linear foot, it would cost around $10 million for us on an annual basis to clean the majority of off-stream drainage ditches within the city. Currently, we have about $600,000 a year in drainage funding. And we don't want to spend all of that money. We want to reserve some of that money for actual capacity improvements. So a portion of that does need to go to maintenance, better inspection, I believe. And so I'm working with the mayor's office to hopefully put together a better drainage maintenance program to complement the really good services we already get, which are great. When there's a problem, you call IBTS 2625000, and those guys will show up and they'll fix things. And it's not always 100%. Sometimes things take a little longer because we can't just point repairs. Sometimes we have to go out and get servitude or right of way from other property owners in order to do the repair. But the point repair is great. It's been effective. When things were backing up, like in Plantation Way, they were effectively went out there, removed the obstruction, and the water drained away. But to do a more routine maintenance program, I think would be a great use of the funds for the city. So we're looking at trying to create that more annual maintenance program. Unfortunately, even if we were to allocate about $500,000 a year, it would take us approximately 10 to 20 years in order for us to clean the same off-street drainage ditch twice. And that's a significant amount of money and time, and I know folks would want a better level of service, but we are restricted by the funds that we have and limited to what we can do. But we can definitely do more, and that's why we're trying to work on that more proactive